problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter from the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw here. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Pickens. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Of note, that last throw right there, putting him over 3,000 yards passing now for the year.
And when you start running the numbers in your head and realize that we're not halfway done with the season yet, you think to yourself, could this be a 6,000-yard season? That's definitely on the table.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And some space here. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. As he's done it on 22 carries. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
They'll try and run with Harris. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So we have a tie now atop the all-time single-season rushing touchdown list. LaDainian Tomlinson, you've just been joined by this man.
And they share similar traits in running the football. Excellent vision, cutting ability, determination, will. They understand where the end zone is and will not be deterred.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. From the 30 on second down, Jackson throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Jackson now. Open receiver here, complete. It's Parker. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And his throw here is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. This is caught by Evans. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw on target to Godwin here. And they'll work this down inside the 30. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent,
who did things largely below the radar. Not this guy. 819 catches, that speaks loudly in volumes.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richards. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 16-yard line.
Again, Jackson. Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Jackson. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him, otherwise you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. 154 yards on the ground for him so far.
On his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
And this is beginning to border on dominance. Another strong run that picks up a 1st down. You've got to wonder if the defense coordinator is wondering, or even go to goal line defense in any situation now to try and slow down this running game.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Six yards left on 2nd down. On the give, this is Harris. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run with Harris, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Harris, and he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Now back to throw. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14.